Hi homies, welcome to episode 3 of the Crate Mod series. This episode will be going over all the things you can use to control your factory that you are building. Cause like, why else would you install a Crate Mod unless you're not trying to make a factory where you automate everything? Anyways, just make sure I set my spawn point, just in case I die. Got my goggles and my wrench, and let's get to it. So, if you haven't noticed these in the last episode, oh, at least this one at least, these are the clutch and the gear shift. The clutch allows you to stop rotation from anything past the clutch with the redstone input. As you see, this is still spinning, but this won't spin because this is on and it won't consume stress. And the gear shift just reverses your rotation. So if you're going clockwise, you'll go counterclockwise, and vice versa. Then you also have the sequence gear shift, which appears I did not give myself a well, that's a convenient place button. Anyways, the secret gear shift allows you to control your gear shift. So example, this will has this when I when I get this power, this gantry shaft will go 5 blocks out, wait 10 seconds, and then go 5 blocks back in. Shoot. Okay. You gotta make sure you program it properly. Cause I'm a little dumb. So you can either use it to turn by a specific angle, move a piston, pulley, or gantry. Oh, I guess that's it then. And then you have control. So you can either make it delayed, wait for a new redstone pulse. So let's say I want this to go 5 blocks out and then 5 blocks in at double speed. It goes out, waits for another pulse, I give it one, and then comes back. Please note that the double speed will break your system if you're already going at a max speed. So example, if I set this to like 256 and try to, yeah, see it breaks because it can't go any faster. So if it can't go double speed, it will break your gantry. Also, you could also shift here to do increments of 5. Anyways, now we have some new redstone components. So we have the toggle latch, which is just a toggle latch, but and compressed into one block. And you have what's this called? Powered latch. So this is like a RS snore latch, I do believe. You power on one side, and then if you want to deactivate it, then you have to click on the other input. So we power it from the back, and then you have to give it power from one of the sides to untoggle it. You can also manually click this. Then we have the pulse timer, which is basically just gives you a configurable constant pulsing that you can in fact lock if you give it power from behind. So we can set it to, let's say, 2 minutes, and then a pulse. You can also avoid it to be that's not 2 minutes. That's 2 seconds, 20 seconds. Oh my goodness, I'm stupid. You can also make it so that it's avoided so that it'll turn off after it gets the pulse. There you go, you can see it. It turns to like a little bit lower. If we go over here to the pulse repeater, this basically takes power in from the back, and after the set amount of time, pulses. So let's set this to 2 seconds. You can see I pull through the button, and then after 48 ticks after the button is pressed, it pulses again. And this can also be set to be inverted, so if you give it power, it then will unlight. And then you get the pulse extender, which just extends the pulse. This is basically, or this is just what this is, compacted. You could also invert it so that it takes power to turn off and then turns back on again. All of these are configurable up to 1 hour. Next up is one of the things I find the most helpful in Create is the redstone link. As you can see, there's no redstone below this button that it will connect this button to this redstone lamp. But you can see I have a redstone link connected to it. So if I power this link, that will their powers. You shift click it, shoot. Redstone lamp. You place it. So when you place it down, right? You see there's 2 types of redstone links. There's the sender and the receiver. You wrench a sender to turn into give it a satellite, which is the receiving mode. And then you have your channels, the red frequencies, red and blue. So since this is double bulb, this will only activate other double bulb things. But let's say I make all of these here. If I make this one here, actually, yeah. Okay. So if this one here is on the red frequency, yeah. And I change this one to be on red frequency only, it will now, if I remember to put this as a receiver, it will now only power this redstone lamp and not this one. This is over here is just a little display that you can put them on all sides, which is very helpful. Adding comment here real quick. Comment from the recording forgot to introduce something along with the redstone links, which is the link controller. This acts like a handheld version of this, but with 6 buttons instead. So if I click this, I can if I get myself some redstone lamps real quick, give us some. I can click here and set my up arrow to, or in this case it would be W. So you right click here, it'll activate it, and when I hold down W, it does that. You can also manually click on them and then bound the keys. So I will bound this one to spacebar. It's W, S, A, D, spacebar, and shift. You can also even use this on Electron. So I thought I'd put this in the video before I forget about it. Alright, back to that in comment. Over here we have the analog level, which basically allows you to finally control what signal strength you're outputting. So you can do 1 through 15. Now, why would you ever want to use this? I don't know. It's for it can replace the Electron and comparator combo. So I guess it would be helpful for like subtracting things. Uh, I haven't found a use for this really, but you guys might. Uh, Actually, wait a minute. No, I'm crazy. In the new Create Aeronautics mod, we have something like this that's helpful for controlling the contraptions. Let me know if you would like to see a Create Aeronautics mod, because it's a really cool mod. I really like it. Over here we have the Smart Observer. This observer doesn't absorb block changes, but instead absorbs blocks. So let's say I put a filter here, and I want to detect stone bricks in front of it. If I put the trapdoor in front, nothing happens. But if I put the stone bricks in front of it, now it gives out a constant signal. You can see, as you can see, it's very helpful for farms. Like, let's say you wanted to detect if there's a log in front of your observer here, so you can use a sequence gear shift to use a deployer to strip that log. Okay, I'm gonna keep the tools. Oh, so in the last video about logistics, I forgot to show off the weighted ejector, I believe. I can come over here to check, but I'm pretty sure I didn't show it off. It'll be a bit of a walk, I guess. Yeah, no, I didn't show it off. The weighted ejector is one of the funnest ways to transport your items, and I'll show you why once I get back over there. Alright. So basically, if you throw something on here, let's say I throw my axe over here, it will launch it to its target. So basically, you kind of shift select it on. Yeah, shift select it like you do with the mechanical arm, and then you can see the arc. Place it down, and it'll launch stuff to that thing. This works with belts, funnels, hoppers, actually not hoppers, chutes, depots, belts, and funnels. You can also launch yourself. And depending on how fast your input speed's going, it changes how fast it recovers from the launch. You can also make it so that it won't deploy. Where's my demonstration stick at? Give me that. So I'm here. You see, it won't. Wait, that's not eject. Okay, this. It won't eject until it gets the stack size. So let's get 28 stake here. And now it's 28 stake. Boom. Auto thing, or it launches it. Very helpful. If we go over here, we have the what is it called again? Threshold switch. Okay. Basically, this allows you to detect how many items are in a storage. You can shift that for a bigger increment. So we have this just going back and forth. So when this gets 100 items, well, not 100. When this holds 1,000 items, it will power this gear shift to make the belt go in the opposite direction. And when this only has 64 items, then it changes or turns back off. Both are configurable, and you can invert the signal. You you might notice the filter slot here, and that's because you can also just detect specific items. So let's say I throw in 64 blocks of brass in here. The note block doesn't go off, but if I throw some redstone dust in, you can see it goes off. I'm pretty sure you could also use item filters, which we'll get over there in a bit. Speaking of more filtering, if you didn't see in the last video, the brass funnels have filter slots on them. I'll show you. So if I unpower this clutch, put the bell up, and actually you unpower the funnel because you can actually lock your funnels, both andesite and brass, marked by this little redstone bit here. You see, this will only pick up brass blocks, and this picks up brass casings. This is good for making storage systems, because you can just auto sort things with. Once I get set again, this filter's over there, which we'll get to. If we go here, we also have the smart chute, which is just the chute, but it combines the brass funnel, allowing the chute to drop more items. I'm pretty sure like a stack at a time, and sort them. So let's get some brass here. Look, I forgot to put the creative mode here, so that's why I probably did a cut there. Anyways, you can also lock these both, indicated by the redstone, red little slot there. I mean, so you can see we filtered. So if I throw in the brass casing, it doesn't get picked up by the. Oh, they're both locked. Shoot. Yeah. They don't get picked up by the hoppers. That is filtered for the brass blocks. As you can see, they both just eat the entire stack of items, unlike the normal funnels, which only eats like, I think it's 16 at a time, which is still better than the hoppers. But yeah. Oh yeah. Minecarts. So there is a reason for the analog level. You have the controller rail. This basically forces a minecart that goes over it to be at a set speed, depending on how high the signal strength is. So since this is 15, it's a normal power rail. But if I set this down to like 3, it slows down, and if I set this to 0, it just stops. And you might have spotted it, but this rail acts like a one-way rail. If a minecart tries to go past it, or go past it when it has power, it will just bounce off of it. Unless it's going in the direction of the arrow. Anyways, we go back over here. We're going to be covering the brass tunnel because, like I said in the last video, you can actually change the prior targeting thing of this. So we have split, round robin, prefer nearest, randomized, and synchronized inputs. Split is basically just, it will split stacks evenly between each of the connected tunnels. Round robin means it will go around the inputs when you input a stack. Prefer nearest means it prefers the closest, or I guess the closest funnel to the input, I think. Or not funnel, closest tunnel. And then if the closest one's full, it goes to the next one closest. And then randomized is just what it says. It's randomized. It'll randomly choose a tunnel to output to, And we go to synchronized inputs. This is for when you have multiple input tunnels. Basically, it won't let the items go through until each tunnel has input. So we throw a stake into the other two tunnels, and you can see those will all go out at the same time. There's actually we got some more pipe stuff. We have the valve, which allows you to open and close the flow of things. So this is open marked by the valve handle. If we close it, you'll see no honey will transfer between the two tanks. Also, a thing to note is that you can change the degree rotation of the valve. Or the top thing. We also have filter pipes, which allows you to filter fluids. So as you can see by the pipes, I want chocolate in this tank and honey in this tank. So I'll just deposit some liquid into the system, and you'll see they get properly sorted. All you need is a bucket or bottle of the liquid you want to sort, and then you can just set the ion filter without actually consuming the item you're filtering with. Over here we do have actual filters. So we have sorry, hold on. We have list filters, attribute filters, and package filters. List filter allows you to just have a filter with multiple items on it, a list of items. You can have it on a allow list, a deny list, or include item data. So let's say, let's see what I wanted. Only on this side to output the brass casing and block of brass. If I do that, I throw brass casing and a block of brass on there. A block of brass. Oh shoot, hold on. Is it in deny mode? Oh, it's on deny mode. Okay. So if it's on deny mode, it basically says these blocks are not allowed through. So now, as you can see, it splits this. Why? Oh, it's because I had this. Oopsies. You need to also probably have a list filter on the other side. So let's say I want this to deny brass and brass casing. Now if I throw it through, it will only go to that side. And you can see our definitely X passes through because it's not denied or allowed by it. It's not denied on this one, but not allowed on this one, so it just goes through here. Attribute filter. I might need some mistake. Hold on. This allows you to use attributes. So if I put in a reference item, like steak, can be eaten, is grouped as for drinks, or was added by Minecraft. So let's say we've added by, it's not items that are added by Minecraft. We'll go through this list, and items that are not added by Minecraft. So we can do our deny list. We'll go through here. Block of brass. This is not added by Minecraft. This was added by the crate mod, so it should go straight through. While steak goes out to the left here because it was added. Oh, this one's a empty filter. Hold on. I might be fumbling here. Alright. So now it should. Actually, that works. Yeah. The netherite axe was added by Minecraft, so it should go. Is this on deny mode? Oh my god, it's on deny mode. Alright. Where was I? Alright, so this one has the deny list. Well, this one has allow list. Right? Yeah. So you put it there. This says the stake was added by Minecraft. It goes through. But the brass was not added by Minecraft, so it goes through the flat and out there. And finally, we do have the package filter, which allows you to filter via address. So let's say I want packages that are addressed to me to go straight through, while packages that are not addressed to me go out to the left. So we can just go over to our stock ticker blaze burner, send 10 barrels to not me, and 5 barrels to me. I can set the address. Let's do. So I got my package from me and not me. So this is the one for not me, and this is the one for me. I'll grab this cardboard package because we'll go back to the trains again. See if we have a little blaze for the conductors. I'm gonna throw a package in there, and I'd say this one's gonna go take it to over to the that one. This is just demonstration packages again, but what we're really here for is this. The train signals and the train detector. This works for train absorber. This absorbs the track, and if a train goes over it, it emits a redstone output. So I have it hooked up to a firework dispenser here. What the these do is split the tracks up. So let's say we have 3 1 splits. We have the track split into 3 sections. I'll actually go to creative mode. I'll show you. You see these colors. If train A is on the green track and train B is on the blue track, the train B cannot go on the green track until train A is off the green track. This prevents your trains from wrecking. As you see, that train waits over there until this train goes on the yellow track. And since this yellow track is a buffer, so that the train A is waiting on train B to get off train A's track. Let me word that better. If train A is on blue, train A is on green and train B is on blue, they'll be waiting on each other to get off the tracks. That's why we have the yellow track here to prevent that from happening. And if you see, we have little Nexi tubes here, and they have a little signal, So white means the track is cleared, red means it's occupied. Hey, it's Comet again. I don't know where this will appear in the video, but I did forget to cover the factory link of factory gauges, because I usually play in a older version of Create that doesn't have all this cool chain conveyors and factory gauges, because it was part of a mod pack. If anyone knows Mr. Beardstone's Perfect World, then you know probably what I'm talking about. Anyways, this allows you to automate stuff much better or much easier. I'll show you. So we destroyed this. Let's say we want to automatically make. I'm in creative mode. What does it matter? Let's say I want to automatically make andesite. I have my andesite farm. My not andesite. Andesite alloy. It's my andesite alloy mixer here. I have my andesite farm and my iron farm. Well, I'm just using creative crates here because I'm too lazy to actually build a whole farm for this little thing. I'll take my factory gauges. I think I hooked them up to this stock ticker because this is where all my storage is. So you probably want to connect up your outputs to your 2 farms or output storage and connect it to this. I click this stock link. I put my 2 inputs here, and then I put my output. And now what I do is I need to put something in the monitor. So I put some anti-alloy here. And it shows you how much you would have in your storage if you just don't do anything with it. But anyways, I want to add a new connection. Oh, hold on, I gotta put something in there first. Let me send this to. Give me that and give me that. We do iron nugget and andesite, and then we take here. We just add new connection, and this will make it so that these are inputs. You can see by the arrows. I believe you can. There you go. Change the connection mode. So we have that pathing mode. Anyways, we'll say now that we have this set, we have an inactive amount. So let's say we want to have 40 andesite in the storage. And we want to set that to andesite mixer. This is very important. This tells you where to send your andesites and nuggets to. Now see, boom. And let's say we want to send them at 10 at a time, and we expect a 10 alloy come out of this. If we empty our storage here, it should now be sending packages to our andesite mixer, and this will keep sending packages until we reach our goal of honestly, let's take out this other andesite too. Until we reach our goal of 40 in the storage, it'll keep making mixes. You can also just do 40 stacks, but we don't need that for this demonstration. Pick up the speed a bit. And now, once we reach 40 here, then all this will stop mixing. It shows you your andesites on the rise. And boom. Now it should not send any more packages. But let's say we want to move all this to our main storage here. Well, all we gotta do is hook up this to the input packager. Andesite alloy. Make it say 130 here. And now, I think I forgot to set the target. I am missing address. So you gotta address this by. So you hold down click to change this to how much amount you want, and then just normally click it to get the this addressor. So since we want to send this to main storage, we're gonna do that. And now it's so you can see we have getting our packages sent. You can all see this all in the ponder. Alrighty. Back to the comment in the video. Anyways, that should be it for today's video. If I missed anything, comment down below. This video is much shorter than the last two. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!